A child who washes his hands clean, dine, and wine with the elders. This can be said of SP Daniel Hama, who rejected a bribe offer of 375,000 US dollars in connection with an alleged armed robbery case with a down payment of 200,000 US dollars on the 14th August 2022, with a promise that when he compromised the case at hand, the balance shall be given forthwith. In this exclusive interview with Nigeria Police Radio 99.1 FM, Abuja, SP Daniel spoke with our correspondent, Omoiza Balogun, on what inspired the officer's rejection of 375,000 US dollars offered bribe, his beliefs, and what informed his being upright to duty, and subsequently, his rejection to the bribe offered.
AP number 86358, SP Daniel Hama, the Divisional Police Officer of Nasarawa Division, Kano State Command. To God be the glory. I was enlisted some 20 years ago, and in the course of my career, God has seen me through up to this very moment, and we can't complain. We give glory to God. Without intending to sing praise to myself, people who know me and how I have, fared through my career would not really be surprised as such. I'm proud to say that in this job, since I was enlisted and since I have, the opportunity to be in charge of the affairs of running this office, I have never been involved in any case of corruption or having to amass for myself any ill-gotten wealth at all. I've never. I was a DPO in Bombay Division for 7 years, from 2013 to 2019, before I was deployed there. People who know me knows that I have always operated with zero tolerance to corruption. Well, actually what people don't know about it is that actually the money that was offered was even more than $200,000. The money offered was $375,000. But what was available at hand that was presented to me was $200,000, with a promise that if I play, the game as they wanted it to be, the balance of 175 would have been made available the next day morning, because this money was presented to me around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. thereabout, almost early hours of the day. That was what was available as at that time. But the following morning, as early as 8, I would have been given the balance of $175,000. So the money in total would have been $375,000.
And you rejected it.
Yeah.
And you know that if you put all your salary together, even if you have to rise to the level of the IGP,
yeah.
If you put your salary together, it's not up to that amount of money. And you spent that something years in service.
Yeah, but I always, love my peace of mind. Anything that I will take that is not rightfully mine will never give me that peace of mind. So I'm always interested in that, part of my life. I don't want to be in a situation where, I'm battling with my conscience. I would not let that happen. I remember when I left for training in 2002, my mother most especially, I'm sorry, I always said my mother. I was very close to my mom when I was growing up. So I remember her counseling me that a lot has been said about policemen, and that I should promise her that I will be different. And that day I remember as I knelt down and while she was praying to me, I told her that, Mama, by the grace of God, I will always try to make a difference. Yeah. So my upbringing played a key role in this aspect. I felt very, very happy. At least when you do something and then the authority and someone to the person of the Inspector General of Police to recognize that you've done something worthy and present you with such a letter of commendation. It was a moment of pride in my life. I am loyal to this country to the core. I'm loyal to the leadership of the force, and I thank the Inspector General of Police for deeming it necessary to recognize me in that aspect. It means a lot to me. I can't complain. I started my career at a young age. I actually did not give it thought of any other options. From the beginning, my mindset was to be a forceman. I remember we were growing up, some of my cousins were they want to be military. Some of them are in the military as I speak. But I said I will either be a policeman or DSS, but my preference would be policeman. And thank God it came my way. Yeah, I have received so many accolades from people I don't know on social media, on radio station, phone calls everywhere, and that means a lot to me. Throughout my career, I have never been found to be wanting in any way as to be a given query or anything. So what I can recall is this commendation letter will be the third one I have received from Serving Inspector General of Police. First one was in 2013 when the then Inspector General of Police, MD Abubakar, gave me his own letter of commendation too. And then in 2018, I think 2018, the then Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim K. Idris, I remember him coming to the station. I was a DSP then and the DPO. He was very impressed and even announced that I was the best divisional police officer in the country as at that time. Those things mean a lot to me. I would say cordial. They, I think, I think I'm a fair person. I try to, as much as I can, lead, giving credit to those who deserve. And of course, any act done that is unbecoming attracts the usual punishment as is spelled out in the force. But on the whole, I think we have a very cordial and sound relationship. Well, I hear a lot. I remember, someone drew my attention I mean, one of the social media blogs, I think Instablog that time, posted the story that I should check the comments, and I was going through the comments. A lot of people, were making a lot of funny comments, but I have no regret. Given, I don't hope to face similar situation, but I will reject it again 100 times. Yeah.
What about your colleagues? Any of your colleagues, senior or junior, that's ever bring it up?
No, sometimes we just make jokes out of it, but nobody, I have not have any cause from anybody to suggest that I should have collected the money. No. The officers I'm serving under taught us to be upright. Our superiors taught us to be upright and to uphold the virtues of the job and to be patriotic and then to, honor the job. And that is what we have been built upon.
So when your parents heard the story of your sibling, what was their reaction?
Well, they were even more excited than me because they had it over the news. In fact, they said they were receiving more accolades than even me. A lot of them were saying people calling them from everywhere, and everybody's happy. I would call on our parents to continue to pray for us, to continue to give us their blessings. We're human beings, we're not perfect, but as people saddled with the responsibility of protecting lives and properties amongst others, it is in us, we're determined to put up our best. They should try as at least to see that no matter how little that part of our lives, and encourage us through prayers, and I believe we will overcome whatever challenges that lies ahead.
I want you to send a message to your colleagues. Why is because others in your situation might not take the path you took. What would be your message to them?
Well,
considering the fact that the economy of the country is challenging.
To be honest with you, I believe there are a lot of wonderful police officers out there. Some people would have done things like this that didn't go, or more than this even, that didn't go, that didn't get to be noticed. it's in every organization. There will be good ones, there will be bad ones. To those who will get tempted to in this kind of situation to do the wrong thing, I will strongly condemn them to always listen to your conscience. The little you get that is blessed from God gives you that innermost peace of mind that you go to bed, sleeping peace, lying down peacefully, than to amass something that is ill-gotten. Even if no one sees it, your Creator sees it. If you don't get to be judged in this life, if you are a believer that there's another life after death, you definitely will face your Creator. So I would strongly condemn that someone should get tempted to, behave in a different way.
Lastly, we round it off here. To the police generally, policing generally. Now, let's mix it with what you expect from members of the public and what you also expect from the police.
I will continue to plead with the members of the public to continue to have faith in us, continue to give us their cooperations, continue to provide, useful information. And, just like the saying goes, if you see something, say something. And let's all join, hands together. We all have our roles to play. We are not magicians. We only work with available information at our disposal. Sometimes you hear criticism that it's only when a crime has finished that you see police appear. We can only appear when we get to know. So at any time there is anything suspicious going around or around any neighborhood, people should have faith in the police to report it. We have been taught to act professionally to prevent or to protect the source of our information, and we will act in like manner. The members of the public should continue to. We don't have any country more than this country that we have. If we continue to, see some things that are bad and don't say it, and then we will suffer all in this country. We don't have any country other than this. So let us all join hands and see that we have a better Nigeria.